Hi, everyone. My name is Kevin from Bitcoin for Beginners, and welcome to the Market Challenge, which is actually the battle of the top 50 companies. Today's day one of the New Economy Conference, and we'll be talking to experts from around the space, from around the blockchain industry worldwide. During the 5 different sessions, we're going to hear from these distinguished experts and get their opinion on what's going on in the market nowadays and get their insight on what to expect in the future as well. So before going any further, I want to thank our sponsors, Bitcoin OX Wallet, which is a crypto wallet. It's multi-currency and it's free to use. So today I have with me here our speaker, Arnoud from the Blockchain Knowledge Foundation. Hi, Arnoud.
Hello, Kevin.
First thing is, do you mind sharing with the audience a little bit about yourself and what you've been working on in this space?
Yes, Dutch Blockchain Foundation is from the Netherlands and basically a spin-off of the academic environment that was building blockchain languages. So in Holland, for example, the language Python was made. Probably everyone knows that language.
Okay.
Because it's a very powerful language. Also, it is known for its readability. So what did we do? We took that language, it made it very narrow. And that means that you can have more readable instructions for instructing the blockchain. Because if you instruct the blockchain, you don't need a wide language like Python. So that means that we have a language where you can program the blockchain without knowing something like Solidity or another programming language, for example, Go. So we enable to put a layer on top of the blockchain to abstract from the underlying platform. And well, this is a very useful technology because it solves several issues. For example, you have a lot of platforms that sometimes are immature or they change all the time, or you want to correct something that's quite hard in the blockchain environment because the blockchain is write only and it's distributed. So how do you change something? So we have solutions for that. And of course, for this competition, it's very interesting because most of them use Ethereum. Well, we generate Solidity, so we have experience on that. And also very interesting is that we do a lot of business cases and we solve them because we most of the time talk to knowledge domain experts.
Okay.
Those are the people in the field who know the business, because at the end, when you sign a contract or a smart contract, well, it has to be done by someone who is responsible for that. And that must be a manager, it cannot be the program.
Right.
So that's basically what we do.
Awesome. Very interesting stuff. I was just wondering, for your narrowed language or layer that you build, is that like operational right now? Are there clients using that?
Yes. Well, the issue is that we have a little bit of issues with rollout because it's a mathematical translation formula. So basically it translates English into computer code or one computer code into the other one. That's something Google Translate cannot do. You cannot insert English and get Java back, or insert C++ and get HTML back. It would be great. So that's because Google is using another kind of paradigm. It's artificial intelligence to basically guess the translation. And it's good enough between humans, but we all know that it's not perfect. We always have to check Google Translate. Well, this function can prove that the translation is correct. And that's the main difference. And it's a kind of research that was always there in the northwest of Europe, where basically people were translating one language into the other one using mathematics. They were obsessed by that. And so we took that knowledge.
Gotcha. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay.
Okay, so the next thing is that we want to learn your thoughts on, I think you kind of touched on this a little bit, but about just the blockchain platforms in general, where you think they are currently and where you think they're headed.
Well, yes, of course. There is a lot of things are going on, and we all know Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was a kind of platform that did not have for something like smart contracts or a logical layer. And then we had Ethereum that closed that gap, but still there was a lot of improvement to expect, and that is also what is now the issue. For example, how do you change something within Ethereum? They only have two commands, and they are something like kill or destruct, and then you destroy all the smart contracts, also the good ones. So you need to have a solution for that. Because obvious, sometimes a contract has to be changed or comes to an end by nature. So how do you do that on a platform like Ethereum? So, and it's interesting to take a look at these platforms, because they are a kind of organic um, platform, because they represent a market solution. So you have to adapt to the market or to the external realities. So therefore, you need to have a mechanism, because what I just say is that the blockchain doesn't provide it, and that can be, of course, a very skilled team. So I see, for example, in crypto, that's just having a nice team together with a lot of programming skills. Some other, well, a project Hydro was having less of that. And these are all kind of platforms that float on Ethereum. So it's very important to have a lot of skills there. It's not only the market solution.
Okay, so thank you for sharing your thoughts about the blockchain platforms in the broader space right now. Now I want to kind of ask for your thoughts on the 10 companies being voted upon.
Yeah.
And can you perhaps rank a few, give some comments, and then just give us your high-level thoughts and ordering of the rest?
Yes. Okay. I take one I was diving into, and it was, for example, the one was built on a community. That was the project hydro.org. And well, I tried to contact them about that. It was not going that well. The idea itself to build communities is, of course, a good idea, but you have to keep in mind that building communities is not easy. It is, you really need a kind of resource for that. So that was the one, and I start, of course, with the lowest one. That I did not feel a lot for that, so I put them at the bottom of the list. So now I directly go to the top of the list, and that was W12. So that was what I thought is something that works. It's
Right.
lean, it's a nice community. So that was one basically my favorite to crunch the ice directly. So let's continue then to another one that I think that was interesting. That was basically Stactical. That was a really charming platform. Although Tramis was having a small team, I really do like them. So they are also in the top. And yes, the other one, they fill a little bit up. So you have the crypto in crypto. They also they have that good team. They make things easy. I really appreciate it, because look, we also have a language that makes things easy, and providing technology is one thing, but to make it accessible, to give that layer on top, to open it for the crowd, yes, that's very essential. It sounds something that is easy to make, but it's not.
Gotcha.
So
far we have your top 4 and your bottom 1, right?
Yes. And the rest is getting a little bit is in between. I just named in crypto, huh? So yes. That was 10, and the other ones in between. That number 5. Then that's I was just doubting a little bit about the Aldeco platform and ICO Invest, but okay. I put the I'll get the platform just above, because look, there is a lot of investment going on with these platforms. I checked them and I could not find a lot of people behind the and the invest.
Gotcha.
So that was the main reason for that. And I believe I'm now through my list. I did not number them. I just gave them colors, because at a certain moment we are done with the list, huh? So I discussed them all. What do you think of it?
Did you go down all 10 or just five of them?
I just named those two. I will go down here to equity. Wait, that's yes, I mentioned them for them. Their small team, so put them on 6.
Okay.
Oh yes, and although I discussed it, that was our coffee website, and it's of course a marvelous idea. They really brought everything together. There's coffee machines, there are tokens, and everything is linked together. And it basically touches the primary supply line. So basically, selling coffee as a homogeneous product is a hard thing to do. It's
Yeah.
also basically ship complete containers from China to Europe using 200 forms, and I believe it's more easier than doing coffee. But it's really a great endeavor, and the parts they picked out to automate, they really work. So
Okay.
it's a good thing, and it counts for many platforms, that sometimes you start with something and maybe the whole solution takes more time.
Gotcha.
Huh? But that's why it is there, and we have to give them a chance.
Definitely. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching so far. And thank you, Arnoud, for your ranking and your thoughts. And now we want to invite you guys, the audience, to vote too on these projects. And you can do so right now on the Newconomy website, because part of it is going to be a vote from the industry experts, and then part of it's going to be from you. So thank you for participating. Definitely go check that out on the website, and we'll catch you in the next session.
Thank you, Kevin.